Get those crazies out of the government. We need our Congress for everyone's benefit. The 1%, they just take what they like. We've got to show up and vote for our rights. So vote in November. Vote, a time to remember. Vote, don't be late. Vote, don't procrastinate. It's our country, our democracy. We can't afford mediocrity. If we do nothing, our hope floats away.
How y'all doing, baby? I hope you... There you go. Trying to get my buttons right. I got one that's a loose switch in there. Anyway, I hope y'all are doing fine. It is, what fucking day is it? Tuesday! It's Tuesday? Yeah, it's Tuesday. Jesus, I got to get my days right. I hope y'all are having a fine day. Let me get my shit together. I had a little technical difficulties right before the show with the audio, and I think I got it fixed. So if you're hearing me, hey, I got it fixed. How y'all doing? Let me jump back in here now. Let me see who came in here first. Dwayne Dwezzle was the first one to come in, followed by Jeanette Miller. Bart Larson is here, and Brandon Johnson, thank you. Bruce Preston, thank you for being here. The Remixtress is with us, thank you. Oh, look at there. There's that smart-ass squaws amongst our midst again. Good deal. Martha, thank you for being here. Dorothy Tyndall here. Carolyn Majesco and John, thank you for being here. Deborah Douglas, Karen Van Wyck. Don't even think about it nowadays. Just let it roll off your tongue. Nancy Halverson is here, and Mark Perkins. Robin Lyons, Jesse Ramirez, thank you. Bob K, how you doing? Let me see. Jan Beats is here, and Stephanie Dane, and entertaining all week. Oh, declassifying. Thinking about it. That's right, baby. Jay is at the beach. Wow. Well, I hope he's having fun. Anyway, let me see. Brandon Johnson's here. Josie Marquise, thank you for being here. BW, Carol Gillens, Jeanette Miller, a bunch of times. Let me, Mary Miss Canis, I'll get it right one of these times. Let me get down here now. Miss Linda, nice to see you in there, baby. I hope y'all are having a good day. You know, there's stuff going on in the news. I really can't think of what it was. Must not have been important. Are you shitting me? I don't know any of us. I should have done a video earlier. I've been too busy trying to destroy my body as best I can. And so I didn't get a video out earlier today. But I hope you're smiling today because of all the news that's coming down. And it started out with the Attorney General up in New York, Letitia James, who filed a civil lawsuit, baby. And I've been smiling ever since then, but things keep happening, baby. There's a lot of, there's 6 investigations going on right now. And it just seems to all of them be coming to a head at one time. So I'm thinking the entertainment is really going to pick up around here. Let me see if I can, where's my mouse? Come on, man. Some things are not working right. But I see somebody in here I want to talk to real quick, so I'm going to snatch her right up here. Bernadette, baby, how are you feeling?
better, John. I
Good.
mean, there's good days, and then there's days like today, where today is just better than yesterday.
It's bearable, huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh man. So.
Learning how to breathe again. That's a whole new thing for me. Learn how to breathe again. So, yeah, after all this upper respiratory shit that's going on in my life, I'm so stoked.
All right, don't get
that
carried away now. We know you're stoked.
Tighten around his neck. Okay, no, I have to say this.
Don't stretch them vocal cords too much, dear.
6 is not enough. 6 is not enough. Okay. I want to see him go down for everything. Everything that he's got coming to him.
Let me see. What do we got?
I'm stoked about it.
Right now, I didn't have, let me see. We got the, I got to take off my damn glasses. Oh, really? Come on. Everything is like this. We got the Georgia election interference. We have the Department of Justice and the January 6th classified documents soon. We have the House Ways and Means Committee in a tax probe. The January 6th Select Committee, the New York Attorney General filed fraud lawsuit, and the Manhattan District Attorney criminal investigation. 6 of them right now. Now I done screwed up my glasses. This whole day has been just like this.
There are so many other fucking lawsuits going on with this guy. He deserves every last single one of them. His children deserve every last single one of them. The way they have ripped this country off for the last, Letitia,
10 years.
Miss James, she was fortunate to only go back 10 years.
Oh, I think she could have gone back a lot farther.
She certainly could have.
But this just starts the ball rolling, because she already made it known that she notified the Southern District of New York. Referred it for criminal there.
And the IRS.
And the IRS. So let it start flowing, baby. Let it start flowing.
I want to see that fucker sweat.
And I think
you know what? Huh. You know what did me more good than everything else was the 11th Circuit judges.
Yes.
And 2 of them being his judges that he appointed.
Yep.
Yes.
Unanimous. Hey.
He has no right. No claim.
No claim to any of it. And now Judge Deary has come out and said, with his little bullshit about him out there spouting that the FBI might have planted evidence, he's given them a few days now to come up with any evidence they have that the FBI planted anything. The judge is not having any more of his bullshit.
And nobody should have any more of his bullshit.
No.
Let that fucker go stand in court like anybody else. Okay? Anybody else would have to go to court and prove their shit. And this fucker keeps dodging. John, I'm so glad to see these balls starting to fall.
I am too, darling. I am too. Every time I talk about this, I get a grin on my face. It does. Yes. It goes to the heart.
Yes.
Because it's about time. And I'm missing half of what I wanted to talk about. It was pretty rushed right here before the show. And I spent the day trying to fight with a lawnmower. And as you can tell by my hand, I lost, and but the fight isn't over yet. And so, yeah, I just got in here a little while ago. Just got out of the shower. And
let's see how your kids go with the lawnmower. Let one of them do it.
I'm waiting for them to get home. Oh, no, I'm just trying to get one of them running right. This is not out there pushing it now. I'm just, a friend of mine gave me a riding lawnmower, and I'm trying to get it going. Engine runs fine. The blades turn, but it will not go into a gear. And I found the problem, but I have to remove the upper cowling from where the seat is to get up underneath there where the transmission is. Anyway, it's a lot of fun, and but I want to get it fixed. I want to get it going. I know I can get it fixed because I'm tired of pushing them over. So
all right,
I gotta have something that's got a seat on it. I'm getting old.
I understand. I totally understand. When you got acreage and a lot of work needs to be done, riding,
it's a necessity.
Piece of equipment is necessity. Yeah. Yes, absolutely. But absolutely.
Anyway, I am wore out big time.
Okay,
I gotta slow down a little bit. I was talking to Bill Jones earlier today on the phone. I talked to him today, and he's just like me. We're tickled to death with everything that's happened. And like I said, Judge Deary is tired of his shit. Judge Deary don't want to play no games. Said if you got
I
proof
think
that
America is tired of his
I
shit,
think everybody
John.
is.
Everybody except for the Republican Party, who seems to still be backing his bullshit. Y'all continue to back his bullshit,
Well,
and I hope a whole lot of them lose their jobs come November.
see what this headline over here says. GOP senators reject these declassification claims. They're catching these senators out in the hallway and asking him, hey, what do you think about Donnie Boy there just thinking about declassified, and that's enough? You know, what is any reputable anybody
John, if it was
gonna
so
answer
easy,
that?
we would have declassified his ass a long time ago. Okay?
I didn't know. All I had to do is think about shit. He said that on the air on Fox News. You know, the president could do it anyway. All I have to do is think about it. Oh,
delusional he is, John.
Exactly.
This man is fucking delusional.
He's an idiot, but he's been getting away with it for so long that he thinks he can. That it just is being absorbed into it. Hey, I got an idea. Let's ask Aussie Dave how he's doing. Aussie.
I'm a really happy chappy. Hello, Bernadette. Good to see you back and healthy.
Hi, Ozzy. Oh, it's so good to hear your voice.
Good. It's good to hear your voice, but without a cough this time.
Well, yeah, the cough is still there, but at least it's not as bad as it was. So, and it doesn't hurt as much anymore. So.
I got to read this real quick. I got to read this.
Go on, then.
All right. It came in through the remixtress, and she says, oh, my God, he's actually invoking the secret, telepathic, unilateral, preemptive, irreversible declassification, a.k.a. stupid defense. Secret, telepathic, unilateral, preemptive. I love it, remixtress. Thank you.
She is so clever, and yes, you know, the Blue Dots are really fortunate to have such a wordsmith amongst us.
We do. We have
let me wordsmith you guys. I'm going to wordsmith you. I am happy to see what's happened. Correct me if I'm wrong. These charges, or not charges, this suit that's been brought up against Trump, of the $250 million of the lying about the evaluation.
Right.
Now, that sounds similar to the case that was a federal criminal case that Mr. Bragg killed in the New York DA.
Although he says he did not kill the case, it is still active in an ongoing investigation.
Because that one's criminal, this one's civil. That's what I'm trying to balance out here. See, one of them, it's going to cost him money, and maybe his company. The other one, he goes to fucking jail. I like the jail one better.
I like the jail one better. But I want to see both.
Here's the thing, you guys. Nothing would hurt this man more than not to be able to do business. Okay?
And I think that's going to be the end result. He's going to get the fine.
And she's after it.
But he's not worried about the fine. $250 million, he could grift that up out of his supporters right now.
Understand something. She's trying to stop him and his children from doing business in the city and state of New York.
Yep.
That's huge for Trump's dumbass.
It's going to be like the NRA and move to Texas, I guess, huh?
Now, we'll let the IRS and the SDNY figure out if there's some criminal charges that need to be brought there, because those cases are still out there. They're still out there, and there's still a possibility.
They're obviously criminal, Bernadette, because he's defrauded the tax department by devaluating or increasing whatever he's manipulating his books to suit his tax and his finances.
It's called fraud.
It's wire fraud and as well. But the other thing that made me laugh, guys, is Putin. It must be a thing with these guys. Trump loses it, Putin's lost it. He's now gone all bonkers. I'm going to take in 300,000 reservists. He's going to send 300,000 of his reservists, who are amateurs, up against quality troops. They're going to be killed, slaughtered.
Did you see the line of cars going into Finland?
Yes. They're leaving the country like fucking flies leaving a chewed out carcass.
I don't think he's going to be able to withstand this shit. You know, something's going to have to break in Russia. And,
welcome to America if you get Republicans taking control.
Yeah.
Let's not forget that man actually has his finger on a button. Just like the orange fuck had his finger on a button. Okay?
I'm hoping, and I assume,
and he is threatening to use it.
that there
And that's
is.
what makes them dangerous.
I assume in
he's
Russia,
got
as in the
cancer.
United States, it takes more than one person to launch a missile. I'm assuming. I don't know
Yeah,
for sure.
John.
But
Yes, you would think that that same kind of quality control would be there in Russia, and that it would take more than one person to let those.
he's having a
missiles
bit of a
fly.
problem with
Okay?
his generals right now. His generals
He has
are
a
arguing
problem all
amongst
over his
themselves.
fucking country because the people are rising up and they're
Yeah.
saying enough is enough. Enough is enough.
And
They don't want to
those
be in
police-
this war.
those police arresting those people that are protesting, they're releasing them straight away. They're not, they're not doing the big bash them over the head with a stick thing and don't do this again. They're taking around the corner and releasing them. I mean,
I hear some of them are going straight into the military.
Yeah, a lot of them are being conscripted right into the military. You're
There you
absolutely
go.
right,
You
John.
protest, go right into the military. They're conscripted.
Mhm.
That's
they are
you know,
running.
Yes, they are, and it's going to
They
affect.
are
You know,
running.
he's
But you know what
he's
happens
got problems.
there? What happens there is, a million people flee the country, or 500,000 people flee the country. What's his options? What's his train of thought now? Fuck you, I'll make you pay and press the button, or fuck, I better wake up here and do the right thing. It's just a mixed bag of nuts. You just got to worry.
I don't think that either one of them care about doing the right thing. This is all for personal
That's
gain.
probably right too. Yeah, that's probably right too. But another thing also I want to bring up, guys, did anyone see Sean Hannity's ridiculous interview with Donald Trump?
I did not see it, but I saw part. Well, no, I don't think it was Donald. Is that where he's talking about thinking about declassifying, or is that another interview?
Yeah, he told Hannity, this was only yesterday, he told Hannity that, look, as far as I know, these are word for word, I think, I only have to think about declassifying it, it's as good as done. As for some process, if I gave it to the left-wing department that handles declassification, they'd fucking disappear. What the fuck? You
He's
know what I mean?
delusional.
He's saying that. And then he's bringing up Hillary Clinton again.
You know what? It doesn't matter. The court got it right. The 11th district got it right. There is a process to even declassifying documents. And
He
they
can
got it
declassify
right.
them, but there's a process they go through.
Wait a second, John. They said even if he did declassify these documents,
They still
he
have to.
has no ownership of these
Yep.
documents.
He has
They
no
still
cause to have
belong
them.
to the people of the United States of America.
Yep.
This man is fucking delusional. He needs to be in a padded fucking cell.
But now they're asking, the question has been thrown to Trump is, why did you want them?
There's the
The
question.
stuff that was in there is not anything to do with your book.
And here's the answer to that. We all know what it is.
And where is the rest of it? You know,
There ain't nothing that he does that's not for a $1 fucking bill. That is the only reason why he
Yep.
wanted these papers.
Because he can
It's for
profit
a
off of
fucking
them.
$1 bill.
And the deals on
Absolutely.
those papers were done before he was even president. Some of those deals go back to the 80s. They're secrets from the 80s that are still continuous now about active agents in the field. I mean, he could have active
It
agents
doesn't
killed.
matter. He has no legal right to
No.
those papers. He has not said that he declassified anything. He has no proof that he declassified anything.
And the
even
fact
if
that
he
he's
did,
saying
he
it-
has no right to do it. It doesn't matter what this fucker says
Well,
anymore.
Valerie Wood
I
just said
suppose
he waved a
just has to
Kentucky
go to
Fried
jail.
Chicken bone over it, and that was enough.
Yeah, that was it. But the
That
thing
was
is
it.
that why-
It's
why are we-
declassified.
Why is the DOJ even arguing with him about it? I mean, this is what also pisses me off. They're even giving him time to argue about it and allowing him the argument instead of saying, "Shut up, Donnie. You got no right to have them." Full
I
stop."
have a question
The
for him.
DOJ is going to follow the fucking rules. That's what we do as Democrats. And that's why it's taking so long to put his ass in fucking jail.
What I want to know is why did he declassify documents that the FBI planted?
Yeah. I mean, he just cuts his own throat every time he talks.
Every time he comes, everything comes out of his mouth is a new thing. Just like
Let him
thinking
keep
about,
cutting his
you know,
own
he's on
throat.
he's on TV live. with Hannity, and he's saying, President, I can declassify anything. All I have to do is think about it. The minute that came out of his mouth, Sean Hannity, she just should have said something to the effect that that's ridiculous, sir. What are you talking about? You can't do that. But Sean didn't do that. Sean let that fly.
Look, even in this civil case, when he and his stupid ass son went up there and pled the fifth,
That could be
when
used
they
in the
pled the
civil.
fifth in this civil case, they
Implies
have
guilt.
no idea. Yes, and it can be used against him, and it will
be used against him.
Against him.
And this
Okay.
just,
Fucking idiots.
go ahead, Dave.
the last time that another thing from an Australian point of view, the last time we seen people being put on buses and trains and being shipped out the country under false pretenses was in Germany.
There's a lot of similarities between 1933 Germany and now, isn't there? In more ways than one.
Yep.
When they
Seems
go
like
back
the
to
Republicans are
these
just
towns-
taking it right out of the playbook. Mein Kampf, baby. Just
I didn't want to say that the H word, but that's what it's like. It's the H word.
You guys, do you remember when the Republican convention happened down in Texas just a couple of months ago? Just a couple
Yes.
of months ago. Who the fuck did they have as a keynote speaker there?
They had,
besides the orange
from Hungary.
Erdogan.
Erdogan. From-
Yeah, exactly. And what is he?
Wait, was it Erdogan? Erdogan's Turkey, right?
That's who they had.
Yes. Yes.
Who's
That's
the,
like
who's the
Oz's
guy
own
from
country.
Hungary? Who's the guy from
Victor
Hungary?
Orban.
Victor Orban.
Orban. It
Wasn't
was
he
one
there?
or the other. But either way, both of them are wannabe dictators that are running their countries into the fucking ground. Trump wanna fucking bees,
Yeah.
and Trump wants to be like them. And he
Yep.
seems to believe that he's going to be in position again. Y'all, if
Thank
we
you,
don't do
Carolyn.
nothing else, take your asses to the polls on November, and please vote these Republicans out. We have
That's
got
hard.
to maintain the House and the Senate.
You need to keep
We've
the
got
fucking
to.
house badly.
Yeah, it was
Gotta keep that
Victor
house.
Orban that spoke at the Republican convention.
Yes.
up there. And right now,
Now-
it cannot be done. I find the story amusing because they're saying, well, Donnie might try to flee, and if he fled anywhere, it would be to Hungary. And my response to that is, I want to
He's
see him
got
try.
comrades.
He's got Secret
He's got
Service around him.
comrades.
He ain't going nowhere that we don't know where he is. Are you shitting me? Go ahead, make a run for it, Donnie. I want to see this. I want to see how it plays out.
I want to see him run.
Yeah.
I just want to see him run.
Run. Go ahead. Yeah, he's not
Or
going
ride a
anywhere.
bike.
He's not going anywhere.
Look, he ran to New Jersey, and they need to go check that joint out.
Yes,
okay,
they do.
search it top to bottom.
And I believe they will.
there's,
Teacher James told him he could run, but she would still get him. And what she means is that the properties he has in New York, she's going to attach those if he even moves wrong.
Hello, DJ.
Hey, it's
you
the first
doing,
day of
brother?
autumn, and it's 73 degrees here.
Really? I was
I'm
sweating my
happy.
butt off outside. It was 92. And I'm just got
man.
sweat dripping off my nose like it wouldn't be. And my wrench slipped
Yep.
twice. I ripped the back of my. It's been a wonderful day.
I know the feeling when I work on my lawnmower. I do the same
Oh,
thing.
I had the wrench slip, and it ripped a whole big old hunk of skin right off the back
Oh,
of my
doesn't
head.
it feel good?
Yes. It's what I live for. Pain.
It was 98 here yesterday.
And all of a sudden it dropped. Autumn is
To
here, baby.
73 today.
Fall is upon
Great.
us. I can't wait for it to filter its ass down here,
Yeah,
which will be several months from now, I think.
yeah. It takes a while to get down to you guys.
Yeah. Anyway.
I'm going to bring up a little bit of history to you guys, and what I'm going to bring up to you is still a current active group that I think the FBI are looking at currently, but this group goes back or 3 or 4 decades, and it's a white supremacist group, and I think this is what is also involved in the January 6th coup and in the background. The group is called CSA. It's a white extremist group, and the word CSA stands for Covenant. Stands for
I'm sorry,
Stands
she's
for
stepping on
Covenant.
buttons. No, don't go that way. I'm
stands
sorry,
for
Dave.
Covenant.
No, I had a cat up
Okay.
here.
Shut up, pussy.
Yeah,
It
there you go.
stands for
Pussy
Covenant.
Riot. Pussy Riot, and they're in the news too.
Dave, you had to get that pussy word in, didn't you?
I did. Now, let me get into this thing. The CSA is the organisation. The Covenant, the Sword, and the Arm of the Lord. That's their title. Now, they advocate violence against government organisations and government agents. This is in their constitution. Their literature also calls for killing of Congress and senators and the extermination of Jews and blacks. And they are still active in America. And they've got a reasonable, I don't know the membership number, but they are called the CSA, and they believe that they had something to do with
CSA,
Trump.
yeah. How convenient,
So what
Confederate
makes them
States of
different than
America.
the KKK?
Yeah.
What makes them any different?
It's the money, probably, because apparently the membership in the CSA, the top shelf membership, are billionaires. So it's got financial support, but there's
Ozzy, it does not surprise me one fucking bit. There's a certain element of this country that wants to keep it what's considered lily white. We're so beyond that stage, and they're frightened.
rich white,
They're
rich
frightened
white.
of the fact that America is browning, whether they like it or not.
I like it.
America's
I like my gumbo a little spicy, baby.
You're just slow in developing because you've been too busy fighting fucking wars.
It's a baby.
While you're fighting wars and defending other countries, the rest of the world is developing. And this is half the fucking
We're
reason.
falling behind.
Spend too much time on, yes, too much money fighting, too much money on wars, too much money on
Maybe we
on
ought
guns
to
and
reevaluate our situation and put our priorities back in. And I think that's what
Well,
we
you're
want to
the
do as
president.
Democrats. Let me
You're
catch
the
up here
president
with
like
a couple of thank yous. One, I want to call out Leanne Geyer, who came in at the end of the last show, right after we signed off. Boom, it came up. So Leanne Geyer had came in with a $10 donation. She said, "Stay safe, John, and don't underestimate Trumpies." Well, so much for the stay safe part. Yeah, my wife would disagree with that one. And thank you very much, Leanne Geyer. And Mark Perkins just came in with a $5 donation and said, "Little bit is being awfully vocal, John. She wants in." Yes, she is. She's down there at my feet with three little boogers all playing around down there. She's singing to them is what she does. She plays, she
little
talks
bit
to them.
is having little bit's having a chew on your big bit.
Yeah. No, they'll get around to
Not
my
right, John.
toes. Believe me,
Right.
by the end of this show, I ain't got my shoes on, so
It's big toe.
they
Ozzy.
will be down there.
DJ,
Ozzy,
where's your
get it right.
oh, DJ, where's your mind at? I'm talking about his big toe.
Hey,
Man,
Dave.
He's got,
Bernadette, you'll just have to
Yeah.
excuse them. They're discussing
yeah,
creatures,
mate. Yeah,
man.
mate.
Hey, you
I
know
love
what? It's
what you,
typical
talked
Blue
about.
Room.
It's blue talk for the blue room. You got it, Bernie.
Yep.
I just
Well,
looked up
long
the
as-
CSA.
Long as we don't use that swear word, you know, the one that Bernadette uses all the time.
Fuck Trump.
After, you know,
That one.
Ah, you did it.
Fuck
you
Trump
went
and
and done
fuck
fuck
it.
you for
Trump.
voting for him.
Fuck
We
you.
need to have a
Yeah.
swear jar.
No shit.
We
Fuck
need a
you.
swear jar.
I
for
think
voting
those
for him.
numbers are dwindling, and I think they're going to start. The only ones that are going to hang on are the die-hard, ignorant, stupid as shit. The more bad things he does, the more they like him. Those people, the pure
John, they
maggots.
just did
That's
a
all he's going to
survey
have left.
today.
Huh?
They did a survey today, which
Yeah.
doesn't sound good. It said all of the people supporting Trump, despite of all of this information coming out about him, still support him. That was in a survey today.
They're
Well,
not
you
gonna
know, DJ,
stop
Well-
supporting
John Wayne
him.
Gacy.
You guys
Hang
have to
on, Bernie.
understand.
One at a time. Wait. Go ahead.
John Wayne Gacy, who killed 28 young boys and buried them in his house because once he killed them, he owned the bodies, like Trump owns everything. But he had women and people writing him in jail, women that wanted to marry him. He had a fan club. So there's no,
Yeah.
Don't be surprised if people
Happens,
still support Trump.
definitely.
Yeah. Oh,
You know,
there's some that will
he's a
never turn
master.
loose.
You know, Charles Manson had a fan club and had people
Yeah.
wanting to marry him. Yeah, all the famous ones do. And Trump
I
ain't gonna
met
be
him.
no different. He has his fucking
His
his
followers.
fucking supporters. They're not going to stop supporting him because he says everything they feel. And you
Yep.
guys just have to understand that.
As long as he
There's
can
a
tap into it, baby, he's in their
portion
pocket.
of our
Bernadette.
population that is under a cult. And it is as simple as that.
Indeed.
And once
Bernadette,
we figure,
It is a cult.
yes.
we're not going to save these people. They're fucking diehards. And they will die for that fucking fat ass's cause.
If that's what
They're
they
looking for
want to
something that
do.
he gives them. Whatever it is, he gives them what they want.
Well,
Yes, he
Well,
does.
sickles.
He
he
satisfies
tickles
a certain need
aggro.
for them.
I have never seen Trump in person, Bernadette, so I don't know what his eyes look like, but I have
Well-
talked to Charles Manson on the streets of San Francisco on Haight Street, and that man, he had the spookiest, scariest fucking eyes I have ever seen in my life.
So it's Trump.
He stopped
So
us
look
one
in the
day on the
Trump
street
eyes.
when we were walking.
yeah. Yeah, you can look at, well,
Trump's eyes
if you
are
look
black.
into Trump's, they're
They're
I
black.
just see,
They're black.
you
His
can't
eyes are
say,
black, John.
he's just sold. He's, everything
Thank
that comes
God
out of his
Manson didn't
mouth, he
have,
really
the
believes.
internet.
He thinks it's true. He's delusional is what he is.
Pick up the,
Yes.
give her to me and I'll see if she'll sit up here somehow. I don't know. I'm trying to get my
But,
dog up. I apologize.
That's right.
This man, fuck Trump, has lied so much in his life, he don't know what the fucking truth is anymore. He can get
Yeah,
up
he's
and
He
fucking
stacks lies on top of
courtrooms
lies.
and fucking lie to judges and think he's going to get away with it.
And what the sweet thing is he picked this judge. He picked this
Hey,
judge.
you know what?
Oh,
I
yes.
don't think it's working out
You
like
know
you
what?
thought, Donnie.
This judge
I'm
got
glad
upset with
he
him.
gets
I think
house
what
cards
this judge
starting
said,
to fall, man.
this judge said in his own mind, how fucking dare Trump suggest to the public that I support him. Fuck you, Trump, and he's paid him back. Because even though you get elected as one of his judges, doesn't mean that you like him, except for this Cannon woman. There's no real interview. It's just that, okay, he's a registered Republican and he'll probably do the job. Trump was more interested in the SCOTUS. That was his aim, because he's going to drag everything to SCOTUS he can, and hoping that
Hey,
SCOTUS
speaking of-
saves his life.
Speaking of SCOTUS, see, what's her name having to go in front of the January 6th committee? Clarence Thomas.
Jenny Thompson, or whatever
Jen.
it's-
I want to read what Lady
Oh, yeah.
Freedom just wrote here. She said, we have people
Thomas,
that
that's what it
believe
is.
Trump is the Messiah. There are evangelicals preaching it. There is even a book out there spreading this garbage. Have y'all seen that? I have.
He tried to
That's-
get kids to read it.
It's got a picture of Donald Trump on the front. At the type on the top, I think it says something to the effect of Jesus Christ, Son of Man.
Yeah, that's
Donald
the
Trump.
one I was talking about.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
comparing
The other day I
him
was talking
to
about this.
Jesus.
Talking about grooming children, that's grooming children.
Talk about throw
No.
your fucking religion in the ditch.
Liz Cheney came out and said that on January 6th, they were talking about him as being Orange Jesus.
Well, if I
Yeah,
heard somebody
the
say Orange
Republican,
Jesus, I'd take
he
that
had a
as
very good-
a joke. But now they're considering it.
Well,
It's
Liz Cheney
ignorance.
was on TV the other day. She was on TV the other day on the Midas Touch, and she actually has said that she went out against Republicans. She spoke like a true Democrat, which is amazing. But she said that Trump is a fucking problem, and the people around
He's an
him
enigma.
are still massaging
What do you do with it?
unwell. She's telling it like it is, but she's going to be running
I'd
for
say,
president,
you know,
I reckon.
I'd say he's certifiable, but I don't want him to be certifiable. I want him to stand account. I don't want him to get off on he's crazy. Bullshit.
No,
He was president.
no.
He knows what the fuck he's doing.
He's not crazy, John.
He's not crazy.
He's criminal.
He is.
He's
He's-
criminal.
He acts just
Yes, he
like
is.
it would, and they even talk about it. He runs his operation like a criminal organization. No paperwork, no emails that he gets. There's nothing with his signature, nothing tying him to this, that, or the other. It's done just like a crime boss and the mafia are.
Gangster talk, gangster hints.
Yes.
He's putting at the rallies. He's putting targets on people's backs. That's the stupid part about it. Is he's out there at the rallies saying this person are destroying him, and killing him, attacking him. He's putting targets on their back.
Yeah.
Now that's wrong. That's just not right.
Alternative. Yeah. He's not.
But I want to bring out the fact that on the I want you not to watch Fox, but there's other stations, podcasts that are playing the clips of him on Fox. Look at his head. Look at his hair. It's gone. I don't know where his hair's gone, but you've got a big bald patch. The comb over is fallen over to the wrong side, and he's totally bald down through the middle. Seriously, guys.
Did you hear that? Don't you know he's having a fucked up day? You know, Judge Deary came back and informed the Trump. Let me get all this right in my head now. That he hired Judge Deary pulled in another retired judge as a deputy counsel. Okay, that guy is going to get paid $500 an hour, and the judge has told Trump pay up front because he's known for not paying his lawyers and shit, and the one he's got now demanded a $3 million cash up front, and now Judge Deary is telling him that you have to pay up front for this retired judge $500 an hour to start reviewing these documents. You wanted it, you got it, baby. Here it is. Slap in the face, baby. Huh?
He should have to pay for it. Somebody should have to pay for it.
Well, they already
These
determined
people don't
that.
work for free.
He already tried to get the government to split the cost of it, or to accept it at first, and the judge said no.
Oh no!
You requested this.
Challenge.
This is your shit. You pay for it, and you know, he's gonna go to the pawn shop and hawk what? Anyway,
No.
he don't live in that world. That's my world.
Minion followers will fork up their Social Security check to help him pay for this shit.
Let me send out a big thank you to Diana Mallory, bequeather of the Gong, and Secret Scrolls. Donated $10 and said, "Come on, Donnie isn't a liar. He just lives in an alternative reality. Lock him up." It's just alternative facts. Thank you, Diana. Thank you very much.
You've got to admit,
my mortgage company thanks you. Fuckers.
You've got to admit that from an Australian point of view and probably the other parts of the world's point of view, what we see is you have been treating this guy with kid gloves, and we wonder why. You know,
he has gotten away with shit for so long.
A lot of people don't know. A lot of people don't know America like obviously I do, but a lot of people are just saying, why hasn't he been taken in yet? Why has he not been at least questioned in a room and asked questions? And we're just amazed at that fact, you know. We know he's done the crimes. We're just amazed at how America's treating him.
You guys still use the rubber hose down there in Australia?
Yeah, mate, we do.
Yeah.
We get the answer we
Some
want.
people deserve it.
Yeah.
But we don't use it on our kids. Like we don't have corporal punishment.
Just
cut that stuff off. Huh?
We killed corporal punishment back in the 70s when it became obviously abusive.
State of Missouri just re-implemented it.
That's what I heard.
Well, that's right. Yep. It's not just the state of Missouri.
Yeah,
the red states, basically. It's always a fucking red states. They cost
you know what
money,
I'd do if somebody beat a paddle, beat my kid with one of those paddles? I would beat him bloody right there in the classroom. If he ever did something like that on a kid of mine.
We had big Aussie parents going to the school and calling out the teachers that whacked their kids because the parents wouldn't have it. And there was a few assault cases. So it was brought to our attention that was being abused. A kid just for telling a little white lie doesn't deserve to be fucking waddled. Because they're fucking kids. So, yeah.
What interrupted my education was the threat of it.
Hey, John.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
We weren't the naughty. We didn't have the power back in the days when you and I were kids, like the kids got today.
Me too.
They got more power.
I didn't mean to interrupt, Dave, but that book is called President Donald J. Trump, the Son of Man, and I wanted to read you something from it. I won't read it. I'll just quote it here, kind of.
Have to.
And what he's saying is the differences between the Son of God and the Son of Man is that the Son of God is the Lamb which stands in front of the throne of God, whereas the Son of Man, which he's calling Trump, is positioned at the right hand of God. So he's saying Donald Trump is going to be positioned at the right hand of God. I mean,
I'm in awe.
They're all fucking delusional.
They are.
The
That's my
Evangelical
answer to
Church,
that.
Especially the guy who wrote
Fucking
this book.
delusional. You know.
the Evangelical Church is a cult. It's a cult. The
And who is
Evangelicals
this
are a
written
cult.
by?
I did see
Who is this
the
written
cover
by?
of that pamphlet, of the book or whatever it is.
It's from the book, yeah. It's spooky.
It is.
And who wrote this book?
It's
I can
all in
find
black. His name is Helgard, and it's Mueller with a little 2 accents above the U, Mueller. So it sounds like he's a Nazi to me.
Okay, so his name is Bueller or whatever. Okay.
That sounds like he's German.
My point
Must be a
is,
Nazi.
Is his first name
his
Ferris?
name. Hold a minute, you guys, because here's my point.
Helgard.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead, Bernadette.
Never mind. I forgot.
Did I
Great to
forget?
see you back, by the way.
Gummies are pretty good, huh? Let me take a
My
minute.
point is, his name is not God.
Yeah.
He's a man, and he's writing about an orange fuckface man. So, fuck both
Yeah.
of them and whatever they got to say about this punk being God.
There you
Because
go.
he ain't God.
Nope.
And people need to know that. He ain't God.
feel
He's a
sorry
man.
for him if they
Shoot
even
him, and he's
consider
going to
it.
bleed just like the rest of us.
He's not
Get
even
him in the right
the
fucking court,
What do
and
they
his
call
ass
it?
goes to jail.
Let me send out a thank you.
You can kill it.
Let me send out a thank you to Lady Freedom Rocks, who came in with $5 and said, "You don't get a nice piece of the pie from us buying." Oh, you do get a piece of the pie from us buying a T-shirt, don't you, John? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. If you buy a T-shirt from the T-shirt place, yes,
30
we
cents,
get a cut of the action.
The shirt you have on me, fire.
Oh no, this is a real one. This is a.
You guys, what
This is a real
I
fire
don't want to do
department
over here on this channel is promote right-wing conspiracy bullshit. I don't want to promote that shit over here. And I don't believe nothing that them fuckers got to say about that fucker, because he ain't God.
Hey, if you buy his book,
I don't
that
think
guy's
anybody
book,
does.
he gets $30.
I don't think anybody
book
believes
that
he
writes
is the
anything
Son of
about
God.
Fucking Trump's
It's
dumbass.
hard to
I ain't
believe
giving
that he
nobody
is
no money for that.
It's hard to believe he's even the son of another human being, which I might suggest has been debated with orangutans. I don't know. You've seen the picture.
He's
Yeah.
not even good enough to be the Antichrist.
Yeah, the mom was at the zoo. That's been clarified there.
The that meeting that Trump had on the golf course.
What we're facing in this country is very serious. We're facing losing our democracy to people who follow a cult leader. And it's as simple as that. His name might as well be Jim Jones, passing out the fucking Kool-Aid.
Indeed.
And these fuckers are willing to drink.
Indeed.
I'm sorry,
The
I'm
difference is-
drinking your
The
Kool-Aid.
difference is, Bernadette, that he wouldn't drink the Kool-Aid. He just watches
He's
followers
just
drink
passing it
Jim
out,
Jones
baby.
drank
He's
it,
just
didn't he?
passing it out. Mission Chick, are you with us?
Yeah.
I am, John.
How are you, dear?
Well, I was just going to say, Bernadette, you're going to hurt yourself.
Yeah.
Already
Let's try to
have,
calm her
honey.
down a little bit.
I already
We're
have.
trying to watch her health here.
I mean, you guys are talking about the sideshow. Did you see the circus in
Wait,
Connecticut?
Which ring? In Connecticut.
Alex's ring.
Oh, Alex Jones.
Oh, he's in
Oh,
court today.
That piece
isn't
of
he?
human excrement. I'm telling you.
I want them. I want them to take every dime he's got, and I want him to take every dime he's ever gonna have. But if you check out, I didn't. Marcia did. She said the Infowars is cooking with this shit. They're
Oh, I'm
cranking
sure
it
it
out.
is.
He's still making money off this crap.
He said in court, "I'm not apologising to anyone." He said in court, "I'm not apologising to
Yeah,
anyone."
he said he already did. I'm not apologizing to anybody. I'm done with that. He calling the judge a tyrant. They're getting in
Yeah.
a
That was
shouting
the other
match with the
wasn't
judge.
it? We're
Really?
talking about today's judge.
Yes.
Different judge.
Isn't that
today.
contempt?
I would
Well,
think so.
she told him at the end of the day today that if they continued with the antics they had today, she would hold all of them in contempt.
There you go.
I hope so.
And that's what these judges need to just start fucking doing, is using their power of the fucking court. Throw these fuckers in jail, especially Alex Jones. Throw his ass underneath the fucking jail and let everybody piss on him.
Yeah,
The
he-
middleman's
about it.
trying to
If he
copy
wasn't-
Trump.
You know who else
He
is
asked for
so
a
wealthy.
special massacre.
You know who else was
If
under
he
indictment?
wasn't so wealthy, he'd be in jail already. It's all
Well,
the
in the-
fucking money that's keeping these people out of jail. It's
In
money.
the meantime,
money,
they had a
money.
secret meeting on the Hill, and they handed out secret decoder rings that say "Commitment to America." Our favorite
Did you know
salad.
that meeting?
This is the
That meeting on
the
the
justice systems in America.
I got
One if
my
you have money, one if
decoder
you
ring
don't.
from Ovaltine. I had to send in an Ovaltine top and get my decoder ring.
Still works,
Now,
doesn't
this
it?
one was put out by Newt.
Yeah,
There you go.
still around
The
somewhere.
meeting on the golf course. Do you know who those people were? They was meeting with. Remember they had the meeting on the golf
Yes,
course.
they were
They
lawyers.
said they couldn't recognize their
They were
faces
all-
because of the angles.
Uh,
Did they get
They were
them?
all lawyers. They were all lawyers, and half of them were junior lawyers. No more than 2 or 3 years out of law school. He's struggling for decent lawyers. There was
Nobody
only
wants
2
to
lawyers
touch
there.
his shit. The
He
one
was
that just
interviewing
took him
lawyers, that's
now
what
is
he was
now
doing.
caught up in the whole shit of Judge Deary now telling them to either, hey, 2 things. You said they planted evidence, come up with prove to me that the FBI planted
Yeah,
evidence.
that's
If
right.
not, shut your mouth. The other one is the oh shit, it's on the tip of my tongue. Well, he gave up the documents to DOJ. He's making them pay for the lawyers the deputy up front. Oh, there's something else I'm forgetting. God dog it.
These FBI planted evidence? Is that what you mean?
Well,
He's telling them to be. Did you say
he's
that
telling
already?
them, Donnie's been out there saying that the FBI may have planted. As a matter of fact, that's what old doodad out of Kentucky, old Rand Paul, said. We don't know. Well, then prove it, or shut your mouth up. But there's something else he told them to prove, and that
Oh,
was
you can't use their. Can't tell him what it is now, but you may need it later on if he's indicted. Was that the one?
well, he's already told them that. The declassification, that if they have any proof of any declassification, that they must provide that or shut his mouth. They already did that one. That's how come they released the other. Or shut the fuck up.
Thing, John,
They're calling him on the bullshit.
To go out there. Exactly.
Because in the court of public
Let this
opinion, he
fucker
can say
stand in
anything.
court.
He can say
Let
anything
him
he
stand in
wants.
court and say the
Doesn't
shit
hurt
and
himself
get
for that.
knocked the fuck down. Let him stand in court. The 11th Circuit has already did it. Judge Deary, he said, hey, you know what? You may have picked me, but I'm not your boy.
That's right. That's what he's coming out
Not
with, and
your
that's what it's
boy.
looking like. Yeah.
And this shit,
He's saying,
this
"Put
shit
up or
that
shut
he
up."
said about Tish James
Calm down.
and calling her a peekaboo is code word. And let me tell you guys, code word for jigaboo. Trump knows exactly what the fuck he's saying. Call her a jigaboo again, fucker, and I'll come down there and kick your ass.
There you go. Calm down now. You can still be mad. Just
No,
just
you
do it
don't
in a
like it.
gentler voice.
I don't,
Yeah,
I
you can
don't
do it for
like
each
it
other.
because he uses these code words, and the fuckers that follow him and give him all his goddamn money, they know exactly
They know
what
exactly
he's
what he's talking about. He's
He may not
embraced
call
full on
himself a
QAnon.
racist,
He's
but the
gone full
racists
deep
call
on it.
him a racist.
He is.
Well, I can tell you right now. Has anyone there in the family heard of the Amicus? Now, Amicus, it's an association of retired prosecutors that work to the DOJ and governors who are legal eagles. Now, they're all retired, but they're all Republicans. They wrote a note to the 11th Circuit Court laying out the fact about what QAnon done, how wrong it was, facts about what Trump done and his arguments, how wrong they are, and how the whole thing is schmozzle. And that did help, I'm sure, our DOJ, because the Amicus Act is a bunch of very qualified people who are actually Republicans that told the 11th Circuit that QAnon's
Ozzy?
fucked up. Yep,
Not to cut you off or not to
you just did.
no, but what I want to say is when an amicus brief is filed, they're not always retired. Amicus means friends of the court. They can
Yep.
be present day or attorneys or judges or anybody who's a friend of the court can write to the court and ask for their briefing to be read by the court and taken into consideration when the court makes a judgment on whatever. But they're not always Republican and they're not always retired. That's my point.
No, that's
Okay.
not the
And
point
that
I'm making.
person,
The point hang on,
Bernadette.
guys. Hang
Okay.
on, DJ. The point I'm making is the fact is that this Bob was all Republicans. So what I'm pointing out here is the Republicans.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I understand what you're saying about they can be anything as long as they've got legal expertise.
Yeah, that's
yes,
the
but these are
truth.
Republicans, solely
That's
Republicans.
what amicus means, friends of the court.
Right.
Okay.
I had a case where I was a friend of the court once, but I had to go through an attorney who represented me as a friend of the court.
Well, there's two friends of the court. There's one with handcuffs. There's one with no handcuffs.
Yeah,
I was one with no handcuffs.
there you go. That's a good analogy there, Dave. Let me send out another thank you to Diana Mallory. Came in with another $5 and said, Donnie was shit on a rock and hatched by the sun. Lock him up. I would believe that. I would believe
The
that.
pillow guy's copying Donnie. He asked for a special master in his case.
Who?
The pillow guy, whatever his name is.
Mike Lindell.
Yeah.
Oh, Mike Lindell. Oh, Jesus
Mike
Christ.
Lindell's got his own problems now.
Man, out
He's
of
got
his fucking
Dershowitz
misery.
as his lawyer, and Dershowitz asked them to appoint a special master like they did in Trump's case.
This is all going to be everything. This
And Dershowitz will get laughed out of the court once an outstanding attorney across this fucking country. Anybody would have hired Alan Dershowitz for it and an attorney. And now,
Alan Dershowitz, I know.
since he's been involved with Trump and his
Whitey Tidy
shenanigans,
Dershowitz, is that the guy?
that's what- yeah, that guy.
Yeah, that guy.
That guy. Mm-hmm.
I never took my underwear off. That guy. So
Yeah.
That was good. Yeah, I thought
they
that
all,
was.
they all had some sort of finger in Epstein's pie, huh?
this is all we got. What? 50 days, less than 50 days to the election.
Something
Yeah.
like that.
48 days.
Things are going to turn to shit. They got
Well,
29 states.
Tish James, she didn't have no qualms about filing her lawsuit, election or no election.
Oh
Besides,
no, that's
fucker
going to
ain't
continue
running.
on. We're going to have larger problems. Donnie, I think they're going to take care of his ass. He's on his fucking death spiral as far as his career, his legacy. I believe with 6 investigations going on, and there will be more, a lot more. What I'm talking about is this election. We have 29 states that are running voter rejection candidates, people that don't believe that Joe Biden won and that the whole election was a fraud. We got the Attorney General, the guy running in the Republican Party for the Attorney General in Michigan, who is now under indictment, under investigation. Might be indicted already for trying to breach into voting machines up there, which it seems to be a popular thing through the Republican Party. But it's setting us up. And let's discuss this for a minute, because it doesn't matter if any of them fucking win or not. They're all going to say they were cheated.
Yes.
Yep.
Every one of them. So either they win, or they're gonna try to interrupt the vote any way they can.
That's their game plan.
That's their game plan.
Their game
Delay
plan.
the results.
That's what they've set up
Delay
with
the
this whole
results.
thing, is that they've pushed the lie so much that the lie is now going to determine the midterms. Because every one of these dicks, if they lose, is going to scream they were cheated. Every one of them. In the Republican Party. Why am I getting a warning sign?
But they've been training people in open training classes on how to cheat.
Does your neighbor have a
Yes. And it's
one of
all
those little
been
mini
written and
helicopters
done.
or something, John?
I'm sorry, what? I was distracted by a warning message on my computer. What was that?
Oh, I thought you said a whirring sound. I thought you meant that your neighbor was flying
damn
in one of those
warning
little
sign came up
helicopters
and I'm
with a
trying to-
camera over your
I just
property.
said cancel. That's all. I just made the
What do you
go
got to
away.
say, Bernie? What do you think
Smartest
about
move
the
for a warning sign.
classes? Bernie,
I'm sorry, say that again.
what did you think about the open, upfront classes on how to cheat? I mean, how does that go on without people being
They,
pulled
they
up
have
and saying,
they have been telling us for the last since the fucking insurrection that they were going to do this. They have been telling us that they are going to take every voter suppression tactic that they could possibly take. They're going to allow people to vote, and if they don't like it, they're going to change it. They have set themselves up to do exactly what they said that they were going to do.
Yep.
We're going
That's
to
a
be
worry.
surprised. We're going to
You know
be
what?
surprised.
The DHS vetoed having extra protection and hiring extra people to work at the polls. DHS.
And we're having a harder time getting people to volunteer to work at the polls.
Yeah.
Because of the threats
Well-
and stuff. This ain't over with, baby. We're gonna have a hell of an election this time. Let me get a couple of thank yous out real
America.
quick. To Keith Thompson, who came in with $5 and said, to the Alex Jones jail funding and his soon-to-be roommate, Big Bubba. Wouldn't you love to see that shit? Oh, you just put a picture in my head, Keith. Thank you very much. And Gene Prim just came in with $5 and said, if the FBI planted them, how did he declassify them? Yeah, that's what I was saying. If the FBI put him in there, why did he declassify him? You know, because he thought it. Thank y'all very much.
Yesterday.
I appreciate it tremendously.
How are you, John?
Not worth a shit,
Yes.
Asgard. How are you? I am
Pretty
trying to
good.
keep my shit together. I don't know if people on Facebook saw it. Excuse me for a minute. Why I'm so distracted. And I appreciate these donations tonight. I got a notice from my mortgage company, and I called myself. When I started this, I've always said I'm a countrywide survivor. I still own my fucking house in their face. Well, their game's not done. My house payment went up $400 fucking a month now. I am just
Fuck.
fucking beside myself. Insurance and taxes both went up to a tune of $400 more a month.
that sounds deliberate, like companies making people struggle even harder.
Yeah.
For midterms.
I'm telling you, it is.
So it's the insurance that went up, and that's included in the mortgage
Yes.
payment,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I have to
Okay.
have it escrow, and it pays the taxes and the insurance, and both of them went up.
When they passed this bill or they passed these the raise on percentage points, interest points, this 75% hike that the feds just did. What was it, yesterday or today? They just did that shit to raise. They're trying to cool the economy down and stop people from borrowing money. And since it had already been said that you can't raise previous mortgages, one way you can raise the mortgage is to more taxes and more insurance.
Yeah, the insurance
Can't
went
raise
up.
the
Yeah,
mortgage
I live down on
payment,
the border.
but
I mean,
the
on
taxes
the
and the
Gulf.
insurance you can raise.
It's hurricane season. I live on a river.
Mhm.
There's all sorts of shit they hit me with. But yeah, I am.
Oh, and
Because all these interest rates increases weren't supposed to affect previous mortgages.
Yeah.
People who already had mortgage. It's to cool down the market for buying new shit, buying new cars, buying new houses, buying new refrigerators, and all the rest of that shit. But it's hitting everybody,
It's a hell of a job.
and we're all gonna pay for it because we're all in a consumer country. We all buy shit.
I'm thinking about
They don't have
taking a
many new
job. Is
cars
what
to
I'm
buy.
thinking about doing.
Yeah.
You know, I still
They
got a
want to
little
Ford.
fight
They
left
don't
in
have
me.
any choices because Ford can't deliver now because they got like 50,000 vehicles they can't manufacture because
They
they
ain't
can't
getting
get
chips.
parts.
Yeah, they're having a hard time getting chips. You know, I want to be honest with the fact, and that's what's been distracting me, is that kind of shit. So every donation that comes through here, I so appreciate, and I just wanted to get that out there. And anyway, Asgard, you were going to say something, buddy.
one of the things I wanted to let you know is I finally got that jacket I ordered, the handmade wool jacket,
Yes, yes, you
and
told
I
us
got
that.
the cloak, and they're both amazing.
Outstanding. Happy for you, brother. How's Spock?
He's sleeping. I'm gonna have
Oh,
to go
of course,
here in
he's
about
a
a half
cat.
an hour, though. Yeah, just to give you a heads up, I'm gonna have to dip out at about 19:30 because I have D&D tonight.
Oh, Well, there you go. Have a good time
Hey,
playing.
Asgard,
It sounds like
what do
fun.
you think of the new Thor movie?
The new Thor movie,
Yeah, what do you think of it?
I really liked it.
See, I'm the opposite. I thought it had that Walt Disney watering down. Since they went to Walt Disney, it just doesn't seem the same.
No, it was kind of fun.
Well, it was meant to be a more lighthearted romp than
Right.
the other ones because they've been punishing Thor for what, a decade now. He's
Right.
lost 90% of his family, 2 girlfriends, and his planet. So
And they left
Well,
it
I
all
know that.
buttoned
I've seen
up.
that happen, yeah.
I think he
Well,
finally
okay.
deserved a fun little jaunt movie at this point.
Well, I love Guardians of the Galaxy, and, they've all of a sudden been popping up everywhere. But I just want you to know the new movie's coming out soon. Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
Honestly, the only Marvel hero I'm really into isn't in the Marvel universe anymore. I'm
Who?
a Captain America fan,
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
and after they
I'm
killed
a-
him
I'm
off,
a,
unless
Me too.
I'm a reality fan.
but yeah, I mean, when you get down to it, Captain America is the only guy who could kick Hitler's ass with a pie plate.
Well,
There you
they're going to have to bring him back. I'm sorry, we got off track there, John.
Oh, that's all
Besides, he
right.
had a really nice
I
butt.
wish I got to watch. I do.
That-
Y'all start talking about movies, and I have to shut up because I hardly ever get to watch a movie.
But one thing I'm actually really happy about the Thor movies with being Norse pagan is they actually did show a great deal of respect to the source material of Norse paganism.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I love the history or mythology, the Norse mythology. That's really cool.
Yeah.
And what was it? The best movie on that was The 13th Warrior.
I
That
really
was a good
enjoyed that.
movie.
It didn't get it got near as much love as it should have.
Oh, that was one of the greatest movies ever, 13th Warrior.
It was a good movie.
And it was written
Yeah,
by a
can
famous
I,
author.
Bless
I
you.
can't remember his name.
Can I bring to your attention, did anyone notice
Yes.
at Trump's last rally how he spoke about Q? Q, Q, Q.
Yes, he did.
Q, right? I
They're
reckon
having
he is Q. He is Q. That's it. He is Q.
Yeah.
Who's cute?
I don't
There
think
was
he's
an article-
Q because Q, in order to be Q, the individual would also have to be literate, very
Oh,
eloquent,
we're really talking about
and
Q.
and incredibly intelligent, and that
Yeah, I
dude is
think he's
none
a
of those things.
14-year-old and
That's why they've used.
having a grand old time
That's why
with his
they use
computer in
one
his
letter.
mama's basement.
There's been
Well-
several cues.
There was a
Honestly,
news
I'm
article
convinced.
today.
Yeah,
I'm
there have been
convinced,
several people claiming, or not
I'm
claiming,
convinced-
but insinuating.
I'm convinced Q is a Russian agent or a Russian actor.
Well, that
I
would
think
make
he's my
sense.
brother.
Donnie is
He has
now wearing
165
lapel pins
IQ.
with
He can be
Q on
Q.
it. You know,
What was that, John?
Donnie's was wearing a lapel pin the other day, a Q lapel
And-
pin,
Yeah, he
and
was.
underneath it
Yes.
he had another pin that says "We are the storm."
And the
There
other thing
is a
about that
bunch-
is I'm almost convinced that Q isn't one person. I'm convinced Q is probably a floor at the FSB headquarters.
A cabal.
It's probably an entire organization within the
They're
FSB.
Probably in Russia because they said
Yeah.
DeSantis is making Russia into the new haven for Russian immigrants and Russian mafia.
The FSB is the modern version of the KGB.
Yes.
And
they may be in
I'm
Florida, you never
convinced.
know.
Yeah, I'm convinced that there is probably a floor at the FSB headquarters in Moscow that is just a bunch of people whose entire job is to stir up stupid people in the United States and keep division happening. It's just a 24/7 nonstop bullshit factory.
Sort
Well,
of
the
a
problem
hold
is
my
There's a
beer
lot of
watch
stupid
this.
people in this country. They got a lot
you see the
of fodder that they can play with because there's a lot of stupid people here.
I mean, it
Did you
would
see-
make sense considering it's a modern rendition of, I believe the project was named Project Red Book back in the 60s, whatever Red Book translates to in Russian.
Well, CK, why don't you just roll your ass on down the fucking road? And why are you hanging around here, buddy? Trying to
But,
what,
John.
get tickles or something?
John?
Huh?
I was listening to a
Huh?
guy jack off. Anyway, what?
Project Red Book was basically an idea by the Russians to create a culture war in the United States and undermine American belief in democracy to make them become communists by slowly eroding their entire system of belief using conspiracy theories. There's actually
What they're
declassified
doing with
documents
these
that were.
conspiracy theories is lowering the threshold for intelligence in this country.
But what they did, like back in the '60s, the whole like magic bullet theory that came out that muddied the waters around the JFK investigation, all of that came out of Project Red Book. UFOs, pretty much every major conspiracy theory you ever heard of from that was around back in the 80s, 70s,
that was
and 80s.
Blue Book. UFOs was the Blue
Yeah.
Book.
No, that was the U.S. project, was Project Blue Book. I'm talking about the conspiracy theories surrounding them. The project was called Red Book in Russian. And it was an entire project designed to spread conspiracy theories, undermine U.S. belief in the government, and slowly erode the U.S. Americans by creating a culture war between the left and the right. And all of this was shown in the 90s when we got all those declassified Russian KGB documents. Like everything.
MK Ultra was the American UFO thing long before Blue Book, and they started in the 40s. And actually, they could have been some sort of source of conspiracy because some of them, I think, who tried to blow the whistle were kicked out of a window. MK Ultra.
But the thing is, a lot of the stuff that a lot of these conspiracy theories are based around.
Bill Joins. Jeez, Bob Joins.
Comes directly from this Project Red Book stuff the Russians were doing. They were using agents in the media, as well as anonymous sources and all of this other side stuff, to use our tabloids, our news media, and the burgeoning independent print media to basically create to try to undermine our belief in our system.
I mean, that's the old part of the old plan that, defeat America from within. That's all part of the old, that idea. But I want to
bring up the point is there's a sucker born every minute. Go ahead.
Yeah.
The last RNC gathering they had, if you look up on the roof, on the illuminated sign they have up there within this center display, it had in large letters, domestic terrorists. And that was under their heading. Now, also at the last the last debate for the election, I think it was for.
I have to dip out, guys. D&D.
Okay.
All right.
Thanks.
Y'all have a good night.
Please do. Thanks for being here, bud.
One of the women being debated. This is when she was up on the stage with Liz Cheney and a few others. She was asked a question. And she said, and I've got the video and I can post if I need to, she said in her response, yes, and we have to cheat better. And that was her words out of her mouth. We have to cheat better. And I had to replay it 2 or 3 times. I couldn't believe she used that cheat word on stage. So, what they're telling the American people what they are, straight up. They're cheaters. They've got the sign on the roof saying we're terrorists. Who's going to vote for that, you would think?
They're not. They don't. That's the thing.
See, there are people out there
they don't give a shit about
want
the vote.
to vote for that. They want to vote for that.
Those people don't give a shit about the vote. Just like I'm
America,
telling
and
you,
they don't care about democracy
care.
in this country.
If they don't win, they cheated. You cheated. That's it. That's it. Bottom line.
How are you going to handle the midterms? I mean, let's think about it, guys.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. We're going to see the whole midterms turned into a circus show, because out of these 29 states, with these Trumpers that are running, every one of them, you bet your ass, they're gonna scream that if they didn't win, it is because it was fraud, because of cheating.
John?
Yeah.
Cheating is prevalent in the American culture, and I'll give you a couple examples. One, I used to teach at the university level, and those students, I don't care, they would do anything to get a grade. They would cheat right and left. Okay?
Isn't it sad?
They thought nothing of it.
Isn't that sad that
yeah.
we have not instilled a better sense of integrity amongst our young?
And the second example I'll give you, and don't ask me why I'm watching this, because I started when I couldn't afford cable. But on Big Brother, this person, she was screwing this other guy so she wouldn't get voted out by him. And it worked. He didn't vote her out. Okay? And that is the most unbelievable thing on a reality show. That kind of cheating happened in front of millions and millions of people. I was totally disgusted. I'm not going to watch it anymore.
And what
And
was
I
this?
only watched it because of that. And Big Brother.
Oh,
It's a reality show here in the States.
Big Brother? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I know what it is. Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's big.
Horrible
So
cheating on there.
it's,
Well,
you know,
that's part of the
once
show.
you introduce a camera into anything, it's not reality anymore. You know,
Right.
if you've got somebody following your ass around with a camera, it's not really reality. You're altering your behavior because you know you're being watched. So the concept itself is tinged, but
It's like the old days, the casting couch in the movies. It's
I
like,
would hate
don't
for
care
you
if you're a
to
male or
debate
female,
that
you
with my
screw your
wife.
way to the top.
So
Well, the only screwing going on here is Donald Trump screwing the American people.
Yeah.
I think it's time to turn the tables on that shit because I'm tired of it.
I think so.
And I think I do. If you ask me, I think it's getting close. We're gonna see indictments. We're gonna see charges, not only on Donnie Boy, but Don Jr., Ivanka, Eric. The Weisselberg has already turned state's evidence anyway. He's trying to wiggle his way out. You know, there are other people with the GOP lady down in Georgia. The guy running for Attorney General in Michigan. They're all
How about
other,
Eastman? How about Eastman?
Eastman.
How
There's a
about
list.
Eastman? There's a complete list of people that were involved in this bullshit insurrection and Trump's attempted coup on the government. One thing I want to point out is yesterday the House passed a bill, the Presidential Election Reform Act. They passed that yesterday, and they got 9 Republicans to join the
I
Democrats
think the
in
Republican
passing
Party
this bill.
is facing a reckoning. They either have to
Do you
wake the
think
fuck
that
up
bill's
and
going to make
change,
it all the way?
or they're just going to be a party that dies out. It's going to be a party of nothing but maggots and insurrectionists.
Just like Trump is going to face court, an actual court and a fucking judge, and he's either going to have to put up or shut the fuck
or
up.
go to prison.
These Republicans are going to face the same thing when it comes to this democracy working or not. And it is up to us to make sure that they shut the fuck up.
This democracy only continues to survive as long as we participate in it.
Imagine Jim Jones ahead of the House. It ain't going to be Kevin McCarthy. They want Jim Jones up there, Speaker of the House. Imagine Jim Jones is Speaker of the fucking House.
Oh, CK, really, buddy?
Ignore
Make awful
John.
things.
Huh? Can't somebody
Ignore
whack
John.
his ass?
Yes,
Thank
somebody can. Done.
Thank
Hey,
Now,
Dave.
Yeah,
Ozzy
man.
Dave. You were talking
Yeah,
about CSA.
Yeah, man.
I looked it up while you were talking about it because I've never heard of it. But
Yep.
sadly, it's a Baptist church, and it was formed in Pontiac, Missouri, right where
a
I'm now
cult.
near St. Louis.
Oh,
There's
CK.
so
I don't
many
know,
churches-
Pontiac's
Why
near
don't
here,
you
but
go
somewhere
get you a
in
There's
picture
so
of Donald
many
Trump, sit in the corner and pull your little pecker out and just jack off until you're just tickled to death, buddy. You know, we all, you know, what are you doing over here?
Oh, you're giving
Fine.
me airtime. Shush, shush.
John,
Huh?
John, it's been
I like
handled.
fucking
Let it
with you.
go. Let's not give that airtime, and that's one of the things that we need not to do on this channel. Is give the other side the
I
fucking
get a little
conspiracy
entertainment
theories.
and a smile when I see him come in here.
I know,
wanting
but
to
don't
say
even breathe his
something.
name. Don't.
But that's not your job
What a CK
to call them out
stand
over
for.
the air and give them airtime and FaceTime on your fucking channel that you're paying
I
for.
just hate little maggots. I do.
They can
Yeah.
look
I hate little
Infowars
maggots when they show up
somewhere
and
else.
they come up with their little
They're
crap.
all over Twitter,
He's
John.
gone.
Yeah.
They,
Oh, I'm
Yes,
getting them.
somebody
I'm
would
getting them.
speak up earlier.
and the thing
I
about
would've
it
did
is,
it a long time
you
ago.
know,
it gives you an insight into them, so you know what you're doing. So you can't block
It's a
them. You got to see what the
desperate
idiots say.
attempt to get
No,
some attention, and
no,
I
you're
give it to
wrong.
them. I know.
You're wrong. This is John's channel, and yes, we can't block them. I just did.
Thank you.
Okay, and we don't
Well, here's
need we don't need their insight here. We already know what the fuck it is. That's why we got that asshole in court now. We
You
don't
want
need
to
their
hear this?
insight.
This is terrible. On Twitter right now, they just came out with statistics. the Republican Party, the RNC, is number 3 on Twitter in terms of either tweets or hits or retweets and all that. And guess who's number 5?
Who's number
Donald Trump. Now, I want to know
Five.
how the hell Donald Trump got back on Twitter.
He's not on
He's
Twitter.
not on Twitter.
They're just
He-
trending.
Well,
he
there's
is
a
the
on-
Donald
trending
Trump out
topic.
there handle.
Right. He's just a
either that,
topic.
I guess it must be talking about him because he's number 5. His name is
Well,
in
and
terms of Twitter.
somebody
He
will
always
tweet
will be.
screenshots of
The,
his
ma-
shit.
the
Yeah.
man wants to stay relevant in the news cycle. That is his goal on a daily fucking basis, is to have somebody talking about his dumb ass.
See, in the
And
in
what
the
we really
court,
need to be talking about is shit like the House passing this Reform Act to stop any kind of overthrow as far as Congress is concerned in certifying the election the next time around. We need to start talking about what the Democrats are doing for this country. And that's what's
What-
going to get us across the next election line. We don't do enough of that here. We're always complaining about fucking Trump and his dumb ass when all he fucking does is lie. He's in the courts now. Let the courts figure out his fucking lie, because they ain't going to put up with his shit much longer. I have a feeling.
Mr. Chick, in reply, what Trump does is he works what we call, obviously, the court of public opinion. And that's what he knows he can lie in that court. He can lie his ass off in the court of public opinion.
And that's what he
And
does.
sway them. And that's what he's
my
doing.
God. Time flies.
From
When he gets
day
into a room-
one, people have been
That could be
sticking a
W.
microphone
Ow!
in front of his face and
Giving
giving
him
him
power.
airtime for nothing. For nothing. He doesn't pay for it.
What would hurt him if everyone ignored him? It would kill him.
But they won't. That's the whole point. These stupid news
Oh, I know
people
that.
stick a camera in front of his face. He gets free airtime all the time, which is why John needs to ignore CK.
Exactly. And
Hey,
you know,
by the way,
John
pull him
gets in the
out
mood every
and
once in a while.
let those of us who can do the job do the job.
Yeah.
Because had he
Hands
known
out.
that CK was a problem earlier, he would have been gone a long time ago.
Well, he was sort of on
And,
the rail. I couldn't tell.
Oh, he was trying to stay in
Hands
the middle
up
for a
for the
little bit,
guy.
but then he started showing his ass. So
and the
Yeah,
I like
well,
to, I like to
Nebraska,
fuck
you
with him
told
every
us,
once in
huh?
a while. It provides me a little entertainment.
John,
Yes, dear.
we'll have a discussion later.
Okay.
No,
the
no.
farmer,
In the
did
blue
I'm gonna
anyone
get
see the
chastised
farmer
later.
in
Oh
Nebraska?
shit! Mama's calling me to the carpet.
Hello.
Yes.
Hello.
Who?
Earth
Who's there?
calling. Earth calling America. Hello.
Really? Wake up.
Did anyone see the farmer in Nebraska, Leah Beauty, on the committee that was in Nebraska talking about fracking and fucking
Yes,
their
Teresa.
water system up?
No, what
Did
happened?
anyone? Well, this
No.
farmer was in the town hall with this half a dozen officials. They were saying that fracking's not doing anything. There's
Tried to
nothing wrong
climb
with
up
your
my
water.
leg.
It's very drinkable. We drink it in the motel all the time. And the farmer poured out a jug of water, poured it out, and said, "Here, this is our water at the local tap. Have a drink." And it was brown water, and they wouldn't drink it.
Yeah.
He just killed him on the spot. It was beautiful. I didn't present it as well as I could have.
We have problems in this country with our
farmer
infrastructure. All around
done
this country.
amazing.
Yeah, they've done that
Yeah.
several times in different areas.
Well, in California, there was that, what is it, Pacific Gas and Electric deal where their plant in one of the southern cities was putting
Okay.
mercury. No, what is it? Mercury? Was it mercury? Yeah, I think it was mercury in the water because they used it as a cooling plant, and then they cooled them down, rinsed it out with water, and the people were getting sick in this small town. And so
PG&E's got a
in
lot of problems.
one session with the lawyers, they did exactly the same thing. They poured glasses of water in front of each PG&E lawyer, and they waited until they started drinking it, until after they were drinking it, and then told them where it came from.
That's dumb lawyers.
Dumb lawyers.
That's stupid lawyers, if you ask me.
John,
And
do
here
we
you are in 2020, and you're expecting your people to drink sewage water. That's what it looks like.
You're
There
talking
have
about
been
the city
so
of
many,
Flint,
you know, it
Michigan.
started,
Tell that to the
Flint
people
was-
in Mississippi. They've been doing it for decades.
you could
Yeah.
go across this country and found communities whose water sources are not up to par. that they're fudging the numbers as much as they can, or trying to just ride a borderline system to keep it going.
Any personal well in the state of Missouri is now you're going to drink some sewage from the groundwater, because the groundwater in the state of Missouri is so polluted with sewage.
Imagine the prosperity that could come if we did similar to what they did with the Great Deal, with the Civilian Conservation Corps across this country, and put people to work and lifted this out of a depression. Just imagine if we started just repairing the infrastructures across the country, in cities, their water structures, their sewer systems, the roads, everything that this country needs. We could produce enough employment to really lift the medium.
Absolutely.
Yes, we could. But hey,
Absolutely.
we got a war going on, so fuck. We always got a war going on to dump money down a hole. So.
But all that sounds like socialism, John.
It does, doesn't it? It does, and that's exactly what. I am an American socialist, I guess.
I'm a liberal and a socialist.
I'm a liberal. Yes. Yes, I believe
Trump was
more.
on Fox saying that it wouldn't happen. Right, he'd be talking to Putin right now, and Putin would be pulling his troops out. He said, in actual fact, Putin wouldn't have gone in there if I was still president. This is what he's talking like in fucking.
If he
Fox
was still
TV.
president, Trump would have handed
He'd be
Ukraine
helping
over
Putin.
with a bow wrapped around it. He was
As
doing his
revenge.
best to tear NATO apart while he was in here. And that's what chaps his ass right now. It's because Joe Biden came back in, brought NATO, not only brought it back together, made it stronger, he brought in new members, baby. NATO's
He
getting
said he
bigger.
made the world better.
Yes.
Trump said he made everything when he was president. The world was fantastic.
Oh,
Everyone was sorted out. He didn't. He fucked the Iran nuclear deal up, didn't he? First day one.
Yes.
Yes, he did.
Yes, he did.
Absolutely.
He came in kicking
John?
toilets over, buddy. That's what he came in.
Yes,
John,
he
do
did.
you remember what Putin said whenever the two Scandinavian countries were thinking about joining NATO? He warned that it could cause a major World War III or something if they joined NATO. Guess what? They joined NATO and nothing fucking happened.
How about that shit? A bunch of Russians trying to get into Finland. That's what's happening. And Finland's having to close the border. Go figure that shit.
Well,
I think Putin's got
don't
big
blame him.
problems, and we're going to watch it play out on the world stage, and let's just hope it doesn't involve us to a higher degree.
It'd be
Right now,
poetic to have
Ukraine is doing great on the battlefield.
Wouldn't it be poetic to have American cruise ships going over to Ukraine and picking up Russian citizens so they can escape their country?
No shit.
That would be fucking
have an exodus out of it.
ironic.
boy, that pissed
Yeah.
Putin off.
I think
Wouldn't that piss
the
him off?
news is going to
See, this
pick
is the
up.
worry.
That would toast his balls.
If
He's
we-
got cancer. He knows he's gonna die
That's
soon.
the word is he got cancer, and
His
he's
train of thought. What's he thinking?
Yeah.
And when
Well,
he's
the
on,
sooner the
he's on
better if
drug
we're lucky.
therapy. If he's on drug therapy, he should have nowhere near access to any nuclear power.
I think
Because
the
those
play
drugs
is going
fucking fine.
to be played out in front of us. The internal turmoil going on in Russia right now, the protests that we're seeing, something's got to give. Something's got to give.
I
The
hope
war
you're
is an
right. I
unpopular
think
thing in the public's eye in Russia. If you look over at where is it? Where'd the lady get killed for not wearing a hair covering? Man, I
Iran?
got too much in my head.
Man,
Was it
yeah, right.
Iran.
Was it in Iran?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And look at the riots they're having. Something's going to come to head over there too.
people.
Well,
are
and I'm
getting
glad
sick
to
of
see
authoritarianism.
that in a way, just because they're rioting on their own. There's nobody
Yeah.
else there inciting it. They're doing it on their own.
Right.
Right.
And that's the only ones that work.
Yeah.
The ones that come from within.
Well, it's
Anyway,
about time that people put the country back. Americans have to take the government back, and the rest of the world has to that have similar problems. I'm not saying Australia is fantastic. We have issues with our government, nowhere near what you've got. But these people, we have to take the government back and stop giving it to the corporations because we think they know what they're doing. They make lots of money. So if we let them run the government, we'll make lots of money.
And
well,
guess what?
fucking no one's ever made. Have
The
you ever
first
made money
step
out of
in
the corporations?
not denying.
The only ones that make money The share market doesn't help me. I haven't got shares.
I don't
Who
have
gives a
shares
fuck?
and shit. You know,
Right.
I
Hey,
check the
Dave,
stock
does
market
your
every day
government
just for
support-
shits and giggles. See
Oh,
what
is
the
Blue
rich
Dot
people are
listed?
making.
Yeah.
Have you listed Blue Dots
Exactly.
on the stock market, have you?
What's that?
Have you listed Blue Dots on the stock market?
You got to
it doesn't work
have
that
an
way.
IP to do that. You have to have an IP. Initial
Imagine it.
offering.
Blue Dot in Texas trading at 1 cent, then
Yeah.
2 cents, then 4 cents, then 8 cents,
Yeah.
then 16 cents.
Penny stock? Are
32
you calling
Hey,
us
John.
a penny
Penny
stock?
stock. Yeah.
Well, you've got to start somewhere, darling.
Yeah,
Do I have your permission to quote some statistics?
Go ahead.
Well, hang on 1 second. I have got to
Oh,
Oh,
go.
wait
they're
now. Don't be
factual.
pulling them out of your ass.
Yeah, as
No,
long as they're fact.
no.
Okay. Okay. Just check it.
Just hold on.
All right.
Just
Gotta-
hang on. I got to open up my gallery here.
Oh.
Um,
Got a photograph.
hold
You know,
on,
You're asking a lot. You're asking a lot to ask us to hang on.
Just a second. Well, yeah. Well, you know, you
Give
usually
the
got your
mice
hand where I
time to
know it
warm
is,
up.
so you
They
can
got to get the
probably hang
pedal
on.
thing going.
I'm looking
Oh,
for
no,
my
wait.
screen prints here.
While you're looking for it, Midas Touch headline is just recent Trump insults judge. Which judge?
Trump
Okay, here it
insults
is.
intelligence. Go ahead.
John,
Yes.
you have 12,100 subscribers. You get 2.12 million total views, and globally you're 1,671,305, and usually your average views is 677 on YouTube.
That plays about right. YouTube.
So you're doing really well.
We're averaging on the platforms. Normally on TikTok, I'm like around 9,000 views. On YouTube, we're somewhere between 6,000 and 1,000, depending on how good it is, I guess. And then on Facebook, here lately, we're getting about anywhere from 7,000 to 10,000 views. And yeah, the numbers are going up on Facebook a whole lot. And, you know, I would normally get about 1,000 views on Facebook. Now I'm kicking, 6, 7, 8, 10,000, 14,000.
That's great.
Yeah, it's going up there. Hey, this family's growing, baby, and it ain't me. It's y'all.
No.
Look at what I've done
I was
tonight. I've
impressed
stared
with
into the
numbers.
fucking camera going, God damn, what am I going to... My mind, I need to get my shit together. I've told you all that the last several times. I do have... what the fuck were we just talking about? Why did I reach for my iPad?
I think you
Your-
need
your
Bernadette to come.
your views on
you need
Facebook.
Bernadette.
Oh,
You need Bernadette to come around your place and sort it out.
Yeah.
And I'm sure she'll sort you out.
yeah. And it doesn't help when occasionally a kitten all of a sudden decides your leg is a tree and decides to jump halfway up your leg and plant the claws in to climb. Yeah.
Not distracting at all, no.
Hey,
Oh,
Chick, are you
I
close
knew
to
what I was
Johnny
doing.
lives?
It just takes me a
What?
minute for the Rolodex to
Are
come
you
around.
close to where John lives? Oh, you're
No,
Michigan, aren't
not
you?
at all.
Yeah.
Let me
You can't
see.
go around there and set up or something.
Yesterday's video, the one with the black T-shirt that says that Donnie's a asshole, but his voters don't care. That video in about 24 hours has done 11,600 and something on YouTube. I mean on Facebook. So here lately, Facebook has really been kicking up. So we've gotten a lot more attention on Facebook. You know, we have over 35,000 followers on TikTok, over 12,000 on YouTube, and 25,000 on Facebook. Plus,
That's really great.
on Facebook, if anybody's out there listening, John Bernabeu's Blue Dot Family, our fan page. It's a family page. Oh Lord, have mercy! I can't think today.
It's the page.
Yeah, it's the page.
Doesn't matter, John. Don't strain the brain.
Candy
Don't
Guidry.
strain the brain.
Candy Guidry runs the site. Terry Shaw and them, and they do a fantastic job. That site has just gone off the rocker over there. We have a lot of people in this family, and I am so thankful for every one of you. I sometimes sit here and think, what the fuck do y'all see in me? I wonder sometimes. I don't know. And especially here, lady, because I've not been on my game. I've got a lot of shit on my mind. And it affects it. We've done 6 years of this crap of digging into it. And personal things come into your life. And sometimes it's my neighbors. Other times it's, oh, hell, your fucking mortgage is going up or some shit. So my life is just like every one of y'all's. There's shit that comes rolling in the fucking door all the time, and you got to deal with it. Y'all have heard me say it over and over and over again. You have to do nothing but adapt, overcome, and move forward. That's all we can do. That's the only fucking choice we all have to deal with this
John,
thing they
I
call
found
life.
John Bridebo Speaks Blue Dot Family. Is that it?
That's it. John Bridebo Speaks, Blue Dot Family, run by Candy Guidry over there, who is this woman. I swear I could do a whole show on how kind this woman is and her husband, and the example that they set in their lives. She is just, I can't say enough wonderful things about her or her husband. They drop food off at a community food thing, like a refrigerator out on the street. Just put it out there, fill it up with food. You hungry, come by and get you some. They do things like that. And they got some wonderful children, and they just bought themselves a place out in the country, and I'm just living. I hope she deserves it. They deserve it. A good life, because they set a fine example for people. And I'm proud to know her. And but we have a lot of people in this Blue Dot family that are like that go way over and above. And I'm so humbled by it sometimes, because I really don't. I'm nobody. And I've always been nobody in my life.
You can't say that, John, because everybody is somebody.
Everybody is somebody.
And you're
everybody's somebody.
You know?
But like I said before,
That's
baby,
exactly
I'm getting
it.
old. You don't think that all of this shit is my treasure, baby? Are you shitting? All of this, everything. It's going to go in a cedar chest, and one day somebody's going to open it up and go, what's all this shit? Well, let me tell you about the story about John Bridebo with Blue Dot in Texas. It's my legacy. Fuck yeah. So, yeah, it's been a hell of a ride for 6 years. And we're not done yet, baby. We're looking at the midterms now and 24. But right now, I am confident that we're gonna make gains in the Senate. I'm iffy about the House. I don't know. We may lose it, but I don't think we're going to lose it as much as they think. I think there is going to be a surprise vote come November because of the amount of women that have been added to the voter registration rolls. The registration in damn near every state has gone up, and most of them are young ladies between the age of 18 and 25. So Rovember is coming, and I don't think the polls are reflecting the motivation that people are going to have to vote in this election. And I think it's overwhelmingly going to be Democrat, but knock on wood, baby, you can't, nothing's guaranteed. So.
What do you think that Ginny Thomas is going to say to the committee? What would she testify, do you think? She said yes, then she said no, now she said yes.
She has to say yes, because if not, then she comes into the play as a bad guy, not a somebody who stood up and did the right thing, which we would expect.
It gives her a chance to speak her truth.
Yeah, give you an opportunity to say what you want to say, because she was trying to overturn the election. She was working in Arizona and somewhere else.
A few places, and a few dark groups of people to have the election. Yes, she wanted Pence to do what Pence was supposed to do for Trump. She knew about that plan.
Let me send out a great big thank you to Richard H., who came in with a $20 donation and said, thanks for what you do, John. Keep up the great work. Hope this helps. Go Navy. I retired last year. Semper Fidelis, sir. And enjoy your retirement, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you, Rich. I appreciate it. Good man. Good man. Retired Navy. I love it. I love it. Put a smile on your face, mate. It's going to be a hell of a life.
It's hard to be on the water for a long time and go ashore and not have that swaying under your feet. You feel very funny for
that was my father's life. I've made it clear that I didn't get on boats. I didn't get on ships. I got on airplanes. I flew everywhere I went. No, my father was Black Shoe Navy. They call it Black Shoe. You're on ships. He served in submarines and in surface ships. And I grew up going on ships my whole life at Christmas time to go sit on Santa Claus's lap. Family day on the ship and stuff like that. It was a part of my whole life growing up. I intended when I joined the Navy to serve on ships. That was my desire. But when I came through classification, they said, "Hey, you're going to be an AE." And I said, "A what?" An AE, an aircraft electrician. All right, I can do that. And then I got really lucky. I ended up in patrol squadron, which we go out and hunt for submarines. It's a long, boring job, really, but it's a necessary one. But
Hey, bro.
anyway, I guess the credits
Well,
have gone by long enough.
I got hooked on the Navy when I was 8 years old. My dad being American,
Baby.
an American destroyer come into our port along with an Australian Navy destroyer. They're going around the country as just a promotional thing, and I think it was the first of the Arleigh Burke class of destroyer that
Right.
came out. But when I got on board that, and I lined up for 2 hours to get up on board, as soon as I set my foot on deck, I felt right. And when I walked into the mess and the engine room,
below
I
deck.
thought I felt right. I felt like and I did. So I joined the Navy as soon as I could. And it's it's a great life.
It is.
Life.
It is a great life. Serving your country, there ain't nothing wrong with it. Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Coast Guard.
Yes.
It's all the same. You step
You
forward,
get fed well.
and we should honor them because there is only 1% of our population that is serving at any one time. Right now, about 1% of our population is serving. Less than 1%, really. That's been about standard.
Wouldn't it be lovely? Wouldn't it be lovely to have a world where you don't need armies? So no one needs an army.
Costa Rica. Costa Rica hasn't had a standing army since 1948. I think it's 48.
There you go.
If we could all get to that point.
When we don't. That's when the aliens will come down and
Not
say,
only would
hello.
our world be better and safer, we could spend all that money that we spend in the war movement to better the world.
Trillions.
Oh Lord, I'd have my George Jetson car. I'd be going somewhere. Come on, man. We'd have spacely sprockets and shit like that. But we don't. But we're working on it, baby. We're working on it. Anyway, I want to thank everybody for coming in tonight. Oh, wait, no. Diana Mallory, bequeather of the Gong and Secret Squirrels, just came back in because BW's cat just sat on the keyboard again. Anyway, Diana Mallory said, you're somebody to us and we love you, baby. I can't say how much I love y'all back, baby, because I do. This chat that goes on that I so try to keep up with, and it's a conflicting thought between reading the chat and paying attention to what's in your ear. I just love the conversations because as soon as we start coming in the room, people start saying hello to each other. It's like a family we've grown here. And I treat it like that.
Before we go, please, can I get 100
No,
likes?
shut up. I'm being sentimental here, goddammit.
I'm trying to get you more likes here, buddy.
Oh.
We got 94 likes. Let's try and get 100 before
Get
we
over
close the
100.
show
Come
down.
on, somebody hit the like button. Put the thumbs up there.
Yeah,
Shit.
come on,
What are you?
guys.
That's a goddamn
Like,
almost
it's not-
2 hours we've been trying to entertain your
I
ass.
just need you.
Hit the
I
freaking
just
button
need
down.
you to
Come
find.
down over there.
I just need you to find me 100 votes.
Well, hit the
On
two
what
for blue.
platform?
Maybe they
Like,
will.
share, and subscribe to the Blue Dot family.
There we go.
Go by it.
What's the
If you're on
platform, though?
Facebook, go by
Donnie,
John
what?
Bernabo
Facebook?
Speaks, a Blue Dot family, and join over there. The conversation will continue just as well as it does here.
What a great family. You got 98
We-
already.
98.
What a great
I
family.
need 2 more. Come
Yep.
on, somebody step
Yep.
up here. All right.
Oh, 99.
One more.
Uh-oh, one
Come
more.
on, we got it.
One more.
Huh. We ain't leaving until we get it. We'll make you suffer all
No.
night with this shit. Come on, 99.
We'll
One
say
more.
Trump.
We'll sit here all damn night. Just go ahead and get your coffee, and we'll switch
We'll
for the.
say Trump.
Yeah, we'll just sit here about Trump all day. We'll drive Bernadette crazy.
100.
Yeah, got it, baby.
Stephanie Dean, she said she was 99. Come on. Maria Betancourt's already dead in there.
103.
Really?
103,
Well, I'm already
Johnny.
following
103?
you, so
All right,
I
good
just
night.
hit a
Bye.
like. I just hit a like.
the
I did
like
a
Matt
like.
Adams said 100. 103 BW says. There you
Oh,
go.
someone just jumped off. Someone just pulled their thumb out.
Somebody pulled their thumb out.
Back down to 102.
Yeah.
Down to 102. They
We
were-
went for 100. That was CK.
Oh, was that CK?
Probably.
We'll give him a
I'll
shot.
fix it.
I don't want to call him a
There you
jackass
go.
totally. Maybe he was just lost. But we want to redeem CK. That's who we're after. We're
Hey.
trying to convince people to see the error of their ways
Just stirring the
and
pot.
how wise
Oh,
and
my
wonderful we
God.
are.
Thank
Yeah.
you, guys.
Works for me. Anyway, I want to thank all of
The
you
more-
for coming in.
The more likes John gets, the more promotion he gets on YouTube, and the more people get to know about the show. So that's how the likes are all about.
Yeah, YouTube. Travis said, Dad, you might have
Hey,
to. You
come
might have
on,
to.
guys! Stop pulling your fingers out.
Oh, yeah, probably. No,
going-
Tim Lowry says I'm up to 104. So we're getting
You
them back.
were. Someone just pulled their
Yeah,
finger
Travis
out.
told me,
Oh, you're back
Dad,
up.
you might have to put the ads back on YouTube. And I really don't want to. Because if anybody's noticed on my rants on YouTube, we don't put ads on them anymore. Well,
you
took
do
away a
not.
little ad revenue. And situation being the way it is, I might have to start putting ads back in there. I don't know.
Well, John, most people these days have ad blocker anyhow.
Yeah, a lot of them do. So they won't see it. Won't bother them anyway. Let's right before we leave, and let's get him up here. There's Keith. How you doing, brother?
You're muted.
Hey family, how you doing?
Hey, Keith.
There's
Hello.
a point I want to bring up.
Alrighty.
Like 2 years ago, I said all of the input we get about the orange orangutan, yes, we are sick of looking at his ass or his face. But every day, new stuff comes out about him.
Every day.
And it shows him to be the freaking crook, mob boss, and treasonous son of a bitch that he is. Every day. And what
He's a
pisses
gumba.
me most off, is the quote, lamestream media is always focusing around the traitor Trump and not the good things that Obama did, that Joe Biden is doing. But you know what? That's okay. Because Trump is showing his true colors. He's a treasonous son of a bitch.
Amen. Amen.
Amen.
You know, and I have to admit, over the last 6 years, it's damn near all I've ever talked about on this show is him. I try to instill the fact that we have a country here that's worth fighting for. That our future is dependent upon what we do. And the thing is, we have to learn that it's not our legislation that's in charge; it's us. We select who goes.
Well, we
there.
better do something,
We
John,
better.
because I'm afraid this guy's going to get away unpunished.
No, we can't
The
allow
whole
that.
world's afraid.
But it goes
If we
beyond
don't,
that.
if we lose the House, I'm afraid they're going to help him abscond out
If we
of it.
lose the House, the January 6th investigation goes away. The January 6th committee will wrap up before January. It will, regardless, because they
Yeah.
have to
They
plan
will
on it, because that's
destroy-
when the new Congress will take over. So everything will
They
come
will
out.
destroy Merrick Garland. They will do. They will obstruct.
They will try to
any way
obstruct.
they
You'll see a committee formed on Hunter Biden. They'll start working on impeachment processes against Joe Biden. We're going to see a lot of. It's going to be a lot of Benghazi. This is what they're going to do.
I read
They
an
take
article
the
that
House.
said if they win, but by just 2 or 3 seats, that they still can't really control the House because Democrats somehow, and I don't know how, will be able to block a lot of their initiatives, and I'm not sure how.
We're learning from the
Well,
Republicans.
the initiatives
how to
come
do it.
from the Congress.
Hi, this is
The
Keith.
initiatives come from the Congress.
Go ahead,
Hi,
Keith.
Keith, do you know?
I'm going to throw this in here right quick. As a person of color, I know the feeling of suppression, white rule, whatever. But to my white brothers and sisters out there, you're getting a taste of what the Trump are like.
Yes.
Welcome to the world, folks.
I'm glad to be standing
What's
next to you,
happening
brother.
in Russia? What's
Hey,
happening
Keith,
in
you
Russia
know what?
would be America.
In the 60s, I had long hair and a beard. I still have it. Okay.
Hippie.
But in the 60s, I was beat up and everything by the police. But you know who the people were who were the most friendly to me and accepted me the most? People of color.
Hello?
The white people hated me,
Yeah.
but the people of color accepted me. That's a fact.
Well, I've never ever known of a coloured person being nasty to anyone that's asked for help. I've seen white people ignore people, but you would always see. I watch a lot of docos about. It's not weird, but I watch a lot of docos about the people live in the parks and Needle Park and certain. Every town's got a Needle Park, but the homeless and the people stuck on the opioids and that. And it just amazed me to see the amount of money in America, yet there's nothing there for these people to help these people. There's no programs. The only program that America can offer these people for the opioid epidemic is Naxalin kits if they overdose. But there's nothing to say, come on, let's help you withdraw. Let's get you off of this.
It's like we could do better, huh?
Yeah.
Yes,
we could do better.
And
Dave,
going back to your point about having a smaller army and spending less on arms and weapons, see how much
Never
that
gonna
could
happen.
do.
Never going to happen.
You're right.
The people complain that look, it's ugly, it makes the town look bad. But yeah, they're your people, and your doctors put them there. Your physicians put them there.
Great.
They blew their duty of care. So you now have a duty of care of getting them off the drugs that their doctors put them on. Sorry, mate.
Dave,
Go on.
In the 1960s, I was arrested and held for 3 hours by the Florissant Police Department. They did all kinds of shit to me. They came out with scissors. They threatened to cut my hair and beard. And then, after all that, they didn't do it, but they took me to Union Avenue and Highway 70 in St. Louis, and they dropped me at that corner. Well, you know what that was? Union Avenue was right in the middle of the African-American neighborhoods, and I lived about 5 miles south off Union Avenue. They thought I was going to get beat to hell and everything because I was going to walk through the black neighborhoods. Well, you know what? I walked through the black neighborhoods. I met friendly people. I said hello. They were barbecuing on the streets. We had fun together, and I walked the whole 5 miles, and nobody bothered me.
Go figure.
Yeah, my point being in these docos, the people helping those people in Needle Park, or the Needle Parks of every state, and the people sitting in the street with their heads bent over in their laps that can't move or just lay in the middle of the street and cars fucking drive around them, the people helping them are mainly blacks.
Every one of us face that opportunity every day on how we react to certain situations and whatever color we are. We should be the best people that we can be. Help when you can. Do the right thing. Have empathy for those.
Peretti is?
Huh?
Polly Peretti, do you know who she is?
Not off the top of my head.
She's an actress. She was on NCIS, but she's gone. She actually goes down with all the homeless people and spends most of her week working with the homeless people since she left the show in L.A. Polly Peretti, she's the lab technician who wore all the tattoos of skulls and spider webs all over her body.
One of those people.
Slept in a coffin.
Yeah.
Well, she now works very much with the homeless people down on that one street in L.A.
Don't judge a book by its cover. Let me thank Stephanie Dean, who just came in with $5 and said, "Love you, John. Have a great night." Stephanie Dean, love you back. I hope Jay had a wonderful time out on the beach. I'm sure he'll be home fine. And then the freaking damn headline changed over here on the damn computer, and it says, next named storm could become a monster hurricane in the Gulf of Mexico.
Oh, great.
Oh, fucking wonderful.
You can come up and stay with me, John.
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready.
You're
That's what I
losing
need is
internet,
a
aren't you,
hurricane
John?
right now, but I'm kind of expecting something. There's one that's going to come into the Gulf, and right now, I thought they had it moving more towards Florida, but
Katrina
it's still way
destroyed
out
the home of a
there.
friend of
know
mine in New Orleans.
I know what Katrina did. I was
Well,
there
it
directly
destroyed
after
his
it.
house on Lake Pontchartrain.
Mm.
Just totally flattened it.
It devastated the whole city down there. I'm telling you. Slidell over there where I lived and shit going out to the 9th Ward and all that stuff. It was just pure devastation out there. It was pitiful and heartbreaking. Anyway, I guess we ought to wrap it up for the evening. I want to thank everybody for coming by and joining us. This conversation really does. Really, Diana, you have 8 tattoos, girl, huh? Okay. Well, we want a list. We want a list.
Diana, she's a dominatrix.
I'm telling you, man, she's cooking. She's cooking. I have.
Yes, she does.
I have
I only have
1, 2,
one.
3, 4, 5, 6. I have 7. You beat me by 1. I'm going out tomorrow. That's it. I ain't gonna be beat like that. Anyway.
Have you got one, Mitchy chick? Have you got a tattoo?
I do have a tattoo.
Hippie.
What is it, darling?
It's a lotus flower with my husband's initials underneath
Oh,
it.
bless your heart. How romantic.
Okay.
What if you get divorced? What do you do then?
He's passed away, honey. There's no divorce.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I didn't know
He's
that.
there. He's there forever.
Yep.
Indeed.
There was a woman who
Yes, I
tried to
had my
get me to
wife and
date her
son's
because
names on me.
Yeah.
Blue
Well, this
bird flying through the sky, holding a ribbon with their names in it. Ain't that sweet?
wow, this girl tried to make me date her because her ex-boyfriend was named Dan and my name's Dan. I said, ain't no way I'm taking his place.
I have this one that
She had
goes
the
up
tattoo
all
of
the
him.
way up my shoulder, from my elbow to my shoulder, and it's there to hide other shit. So you don't always make the wisest decisions when it comes to tattoos. Anyway, I want to thank y'all for coming in. I got to run. Catman, Keith, thank you for coming in. I know it was late in the show, but appreciate it, buddy.
Yes, sir.
Take
Always
care of
love
yourself.
hearing the conversation.
Semper Fi,
You
my
guys are
friend.
spot on.
And hoorah. Take care of yourself, Keith. We'll talk
Yes,
soon.
hoorah.
Brother. And let me see, DJ.
Yes.
Thank you for coming in, brother. We enjoyed the conversation.
You're welcome. I
right.
enjoyed the conversation with you.
And Aussie, Dave, always, brother,
Yo.
always an enjoying conversation when you come in the room. We appreciate
We
it
had
every
fun
time you
again.
come in.
We had fun tonight.
Yes, we did.
We had
This
fun.
is a
Yeah.
personal between Keith and Ozzy. Dude,
Uh-oh.
I found a clip
Hey.
of Men Down Under. I hope you got it. It's out of respect. And it's a very
Okay.
cool.
Okay, mate. I don't take any offence to any family member that we have in the family now. We all respect each other, so I don't expect to be offended anyhow.
The respect is just cool. I
Yep.
thought about you when I found it.
Okay, I'll have a look at that.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right.
Good night, America.
Good night, America.
Yes,
wherever
good night,
you are.
Dave.
Good night, Ozzy.
And
Good night,
to,
Bernie.
and to
I
our
was
two
wondering where you
ladies.
went, babe.
Well, we haven't said good
I'm
night to
sorry.
you.
I'm sorry. Good night,
She's
John.
trying-
Good night,
she's
Ozzy. I had a phone call come in, so I had to take that really quick, and I apologize
Oh,
for
that's
that.
all right. We thought we
Are
was
you,
just
are you
resting your
smoking
throat.
again, Bernie?
No.
I'm sorry.
you
Say that
smoking?
again.
Are you having a few chuffs at the moment or not?
No, I'm trying to take it easy. I'm gonna go in here and cook some dinner for the boys, and a friend of ours brought us over some fresh catch of the day,
Really?
some ahi tuna. So we're gonna go check that out.
Outstanding.
Oh, good.
So yeah,
Yeah.
it's good tuna for dinner.
Outstanding. Well, Bernadette.
See, she's talking food. Going to make everyone hungry now.
Yeah, that's the game plan. It's about that time out here on the West Coast, you know.
Yeah. You're in the future. No,
Yeah.
wait.
Mhm.
I'm in the future. No, I'm not.
Yes. I'm in the future.
You're in the future.
And Mission Chick is in the future before me.
All right, this
I'm
gets
in-
confusing.
No, we're in the past.
You're in the
I
past?
think.
Oh, it's already happened? Is that
Mitchell
what you're
Chick,
looking at?
thank you
We're
for
in
coming in,
the
darling. Mr. Chick, thank you for coming in and joining us tonight, too.
You're welcome, John.
All right. And Bernadette, always thank you, baby. Take care of your voice and be careful. And before we leave, I got one more shout out to Mage Prime Stem Realm, who came in with a $5 donation. And it said, I warned you 50 years ago, the soul of the nation is racist, and it needs to be exorcised. Their roots were planted in 1675 by Bacon's Rebellion. You can't argue with that. It runs deep in this country, in every one of us.
I like
Every
that.
one of us should do everything we can do every day to be everything but that. To be better than what that, because it does. And it remains in this nation and lives in maggot land and in Trump world.
But we're better than that, John.
We are better than that. We are. The country continues to move forward. It's slow, baby, but we will get to the mountaintop. Ain't that what he said? Anyway, y'all take care of yourself. Thank you on YouTube, on Facebook for coming by and joining us with the conversation. I love it when y'all talk to each other. So yeah. And Jeff says if he gets a tattoo, it will be of a mole. He said as soon as the needle touches you, he's done. No, it won't be like that, Jeff. You'll be just like the rest of us. Go ahead, it won't hurt. And then you lie and tell all your buddies, nah, it didn't hurt. You're lying through your freaking teeth. They all hurt. Anyway, I love you. Thank you for being here. Today's Tuesday. Mañana's halfway point. We'll be back here Thursday for another Blue Dot family meeting. And then
John, it is Thursday.
Today is Thursday, John.
Sunday, John.
We'll be back on Sunday.
We were here Tuesday.
And
now
we'll
it's
be here
Thursday.
tomorrow for Beer and Bud Friday.
The future is the past. The past is the future.
But that's all right. We got you.
Tuesday.
We're going to keep you in this reality and not that alternative shit, okay?
Well, you know, this
We'll
means that this may be the last time we ever meet.
Oh, it might be, huh?
Because the 24th is Saturday? Is it 24th? Yep, we're all getting wiped out. Go check it out. Go Google November 24th, 2022. What's going to happen? We're all going to die.
Shit.
We're all going to die. It's going to be a solar flare, and we're all going to be toast, baby. So,
I'm going to be partying until then. I'll see you tomorrow.
There you go. That's it. Anyway, it's Thursday, so tomorrow is indeed Beer and Bud. I'm losing it, people, I swear. Tomorrow's Beer and Bud Friday, so put the beer on the ice. Get ready to you practice with the Bud and the Ball thing. You got to do it right, so make me a little practice, but whatever. So we'll be back here Friday. I don't never know if I'm going to be live on Friday or if I'm going to be recording on Friday, so we'll play it by ear, baby. That's the way we want to do it. Anyway, I love you. Thank you for being here. And if we're not live on Friday, we'll be live Sunday. I love y'all. We're going to go. Y'all say goodnight to everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody. I love you. Thank you for being here.
Good night, Blue Dots. Be safe out there.
Be safe indeed. Love your neighbor. And put a smile on your face tomorrow. If all the shit I'm looking at, and I can still pull a smile out of my frickin' A right. Make somebody else smile too. Shit, yeah. We'll make all this crap happen. Y'all take care.